Hello, and welcome to the Royally Bitten Pod. My name is Dominic.
I'm Matthew.
And today we're going to be talking about Pisces season. This is going to be our second attempt, so hopefully you enjoy it just as much as we enjoyed it the first time around.
Yes. Prior to this, we just filmed an entire hour-plus long episode just to find out it cut out after 18 minutes.
18 motherfucking minutes. But it's okay.
We regrouped. We got some coffee.
And we still gonna get this positive energy out there, bro.
Yes.
So without further ado, I'm gonna kick it over to Matt. We're going to read a couple things about Pisces.
Pisces is the 12th sign of the Zodiac, which is very interesting to me because it's the last one of them all, but it's in February.
Mm-hmm. I feel like it has something to do with the calendars. It's definitely like a different calendar that we're using from like January to...
Dude, that's like a farmer's calendar?
I don't know.
I'm not a farmer, so I don't know.
I have literally no idea. I don't know.
I don't make calendars either.
They're definitely... yeah, it would make sense. You know, to think like, January 1st, first Zodiac sign, but for some reason it's not.
Mm-mm.
So, continue.
But that being said, apparently Pisces being the last one, having come after everyone, is apparently the one that has the most traits of every single other zodiac within itself.
What do you mean by that?
So, like, there's more characteristics within Pisces that is more relatable to every single zodiac.
Okay.
Yeah. So every Pisces has a little bit of every sign in them, essentially.
I can see that. And
yeah.
I think that has to do with water. Because we all have water in us. We all need water, and I need water.
And we need to stay hydrated, friends.
Stay hydrated.
Yes. Well, speaking of water, the ruling planet is Neptune, like SpongeBob.
So it is not Poseidon. It's Neptune, right? It's King Neptune.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. I like. It was really interesting how like with SpongeBob how they did King Neptune like that. Do you remember from before the movie? It was like he was like portrayed completely differently.
He was an underwater ginger. Underwater ginger with the big flowing locks.
Lush fucking hair and the big old titties with the
looking like handsome
abs.
Squidwards.
Yeah, looking like it's original handsome Squidwards.
Yeah.
And and then it's just like, and then the movie they were just like, yeah, he's gonna be bald a little bit in the middle,
and that's gonna be the
joke. And
that's the joke. It's always the joke. It's always a physical humor in these shows.
I don't know why they changed it.
Why they changed the character?
Yeah, they should have kept the burger episode of SpongeBob where they were just throwing out all the fucking patties and just like building them, and he was making a mass, but they weren't good, and then SpongeBob did like one. So quality versus quantity. What's better?
Also, the pirate in SpongeBob. The live action pirate was like a brunette guy, but the pirate in the beginning of SpongeBob was a redhead.
Yes. Yeah. But same voice.
Was it?
Actor. Same voice actor, I think.
Why don't they make it look like him?
That's a good ass question.
Nickelodeon.
Nickelodeon. Explain.
Right.
America, explain.
Stupid.
Why is this Kansas and this is not our Kansas? I'm sorry.
Back to Pisces, Moon and Pisces. They are just known to be very dreamy, very lost in their own sauce. They like to live in the emotional state that others are in. But the downside is that they tend to, as I said, get lost in the sauce. So they tend to allow themselves to become influenced beyond the point of no return. That what another's feeling, now that's all they're feeling. And they can't get out of it. You can relate to someone, but at the end of the day, when you're done talking to them, you go back to your state of well-being. They tend to just reside in that state.
Would you say that they're very empathetic in that way? Like where they're...
How so?
Where they're focused on other people's feelings and other people's issues, and then they take that home with them? Or is it just like they're lost in the sauce, they're confused, and they don't actually understand what's going on?
I feel like those are not mutually exclusive. I feel at that point it just depends on where they are in their journey, if they're able to recognize that. go over some famous celebrities who have Pisces in their moon, like me. I'd be shocked if I'm similar to any of these people. Let's be honest. Kirstie Alley, for example.
Yes.
I'm not problematic like her. Yeah.
Mommy Flintstone.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Hillary Clinton.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Sarah Michelle Gellar, mother.
Mm-hmm.
Mother. Vampire
yes.
slaying mother.
Yes.
Yeah.
The house down boots.
Charlie XCX.
Snatch my wig.
Martin Luther King Jr. Apologize. Martin Luther King.
Oh.
Yeah.
So the original Martin Luther King? Like the one from like the way, not the non-black one? No, that was Martin Luther. What the fuck am I talking about? Martin Luther King and Martin Luther... Okay, alright, anyways, continue.
Elvis Presley.
Okay.
And Winona Ryder.
Oh,
yeah,
shit.
It's a little spooky.
Yes.
A little spooky nose.
Little...
Some cobwebs in the fish tank.
Her name was Lydia, right?
I don't
And
fucking know.
Beetlejuice. It was Lydia. I'm pretty sure.
She's been in other things.
Yes, and Stranger Things.
And Stranger Things. I've never cared to watch Stranger Things come for me.
Why?
It's just, it doesn't appeal to me. The whole time, it's in what, the 80s or something?
Yes.
I wasn't born yet. Why would I care?
It was the best time, y'all.
Were you there?
It's the best time.
Were you there?
It was the best time.
Yeah. For whom?
Just like,
For whom?
you know, aesthetically.
Oh.
You know, just very nice, like neon colors. And
the big
like,
sweaters, or was that the 90s?
And like, so... That's like it changed. It was like white people 80s clothes turned into
Okay. We can't be doing references that people don't know. Dominic, I'm not Matthew. I'll never be Matthew.
It's like I don't know, like neon colors and like the fucking leg warmers, and it was hype, okay? It was a
vibe.
A vibe. And it was, I feel like, what I was talking about the other day with my cousin is where I feel like music today kind of really comes from the 80s, and like where they started to add electronic sounds and like synth, and everything kind of
because
started
electronic
to sound
became more available.
Yeah, and more popular.
Yeah.
And like that's the kind of music you hear now versus like you're not gonna, I mean, you do hear it, but it's very rare to have like someone just playing a bunch of instruments, like just straight up instruments,
like straight
not
up
involving
instrumental.
Yes, not involving any sort of
lyric
engineering. No, even with lyrics, like just like if you were to find someone who's like a piano player or a violinist and they're playing their instrument but they're also singing at the same time, and then like that's their, and then they record it and they put that out.
Shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You said flow money.
Flow Millie.
Flow Millie shit.
Flow Millie shit.
Yeah.
That's what I was hearing about. That's what I was thinking about when you were talking. Just because I feel like a lot of the music I listen to
I am healthy,
of hers,
I am wealthy.
Yeah.
I am rich, I am that bitch.
Yeah.
It's a Daily Montreal. Do you ever just look in the mirror and you're like, who am I looking at? Like, who is that person?
Kind of like, who is that girl I see staring straight back at me?
Like...
Why can't I?
Little Mermaid?
Mulan.
Okay. Disney gays, please don't kill me.
Yeah. No, it's true. I think that's also a psychological thing they notice too. It's like when you look at yourself in a mirror or a picture, you know how there are different versions of you. Well, apparently there's a third version of you that you can't even recognize because it's how others perceive you.
Yeah.
Because the way you perceive yourself is completely different from others. And then you have the whole freaking debate about phone cameras, the front and back cameras, and the front being the distorted one. I'm like, yeah, well, the point of a front camera is for selfies, but now I'm taking a selfie of something that's not real.
What people are actually seeing.
Yeah, not true, because again, perception's reality. So if I'm perceived as A, even if I'm B, to the world, you're A.
I don't know what it's called, but I know that they have some sort of like mirror now that like can flip that.
I feel like whoever's selling that is literally just selling a mirror and charging more to be like, it's this cool new mirror with new technology that shows you what you actually look like, and it's just a mirror.
until you use it. You know, who's to actually
And then
say?
you're like, that does look like me. It's like, no shit, it's a mirror.
No, not even like that does look like me. Like that, who is that? You know,
Girl, I
because
see.
you're not used to seeing yourself in that light.
Yeah.
You know, it's like it's a beautiful moment.
You know what's also a beautiful moment?
What?
Pisces.
Pisces.
They are. They are very kind people from the most part that I have met, I will say.
Mm-hmm.
Pisces have been very kind, and they do seem to be very empathetic. They do seem to be able to understand and relate to you, which I think is I think it's a great thing. I think in society, that's something we need more of. We need more people to empathize
Mm-hmm.
with each other. Just the amount of hate there is out there, it really is just stemming from a place of people not giving a flying F about each other or what they're doing to each other. Everyone is just trying to be right and or be the loudest in the room, and it's like that's just very draining. And I can't help but roll my eyes because it's like, why are you? I feel like we should be above this. We should be beyond this.
Mm-hmm.
But no, there's just consistent issues, and it's from lack of understanding, empathy, and listening.
Yeah, that's why it's like important to be able to understand your personality, your sign, and how that interacts with your life, and then like also just like understanding everyone else's as well, just to be able to, because there's no good and bad signs. It's not there's some signs that are better than others. It's every sign has their strength and every sign has their weakness, and sometimes the weakness gets put as a stereotype and it becomes all that, you know, you see their sign, like, you know, Gemini's being like two-faced, you know,
or Aquarius being the weirdest fucking pickles in the bunch.
Excuse me, don't come for me, you know.
So back to some facts about Pisces. Their color is sea green, which I think is interesting because of seaweed, which is not green actually. It is brown, and it is gross, and I hate feeling it when I swim in the ocean. That's why I don't swim in the ocean.
It depends on the type of seaweed. There's different types of seaweed, and
is there sushi seaweed?
There's, oh my god, seaweed. Literally, growing up, that was like one of my favorite
sushi
things. No, just seaweed. Period. Like the little wrap. I literally used to just buy sheets of that shit and just eat it. And I remember
what a rebel.
When I was in like 6th grade. What a rebel.
What a rebel.
My grandma would go, she was like, I would get it in my teeth, and like she saw that it was in my teeth, and she was like, I was like, you know, like there's nothing wrong, and it's like healthy, and she was like, well, like, you know, when you start going on dates, like that might be a problem to the girl, because like, you know, you got all the seaweed in your teeth. And I'm thinking, but I'm gay, so, you know.
It's like, I thought it'd be cool if we both smell like fish, though.
Ew! Oh my god.
I'm hilarious. But yeah, no, I get it.
Fishy.
I've never straight up had seaweed, I think. Or if I had, it wasn't impressive.
Just like not by itself, just only with sushi.
No, because why would I go out of my way to buy seaweed? That just makes no sense.
It tastes good.
That's wasted money if I don't like it.
They also have like seaweed like chips, basically. And also, it's not.
But that's what I'm saying. Maybe I've had it before, but maybe it's never made an impression enough that I recall it.
It's not wasted money. It's an experience that you figure out if you like it or.
And then what am I gonna do with the seaweed afterwards? The rest of it.
If you don't like it, you throw it away.
That's wasteful.
I don't know what to tell you. You
could just let me bum one of your seaweed sticks the next time you have it, or however.
Yeah, but that's assuming that you can find people with. Anyways.
Do you?
Huh?
Do you have seaweed?
I don't, but I.
And you would eat the rest of it if I were to try one.
Yeah.
So that's the occasion.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
All right. Well, then we'll do that next time I have seaweed.
Yes.
Try that.
Oh, I'm shaking my hand, but yeah.
Oh, okay. Great. Ew.
No, don't touch me. So, not with that gay shit. But Pisces. And their birthstone, I believe, is an opal.
So I don't know much about opal, but I know about opal light, and it's like a mix between opal and...
It has fewer calories.
It says, yes, opal light. Fewer calories. But it has like this like smoky, cloudy color, and then like when the sun shines through it, it has like a yellowish tint, which just like reminds me of just like a cloud of like smoke, and I think it's really, really pretty. And there's like a little like rainbow that kind of shines across it. But I don't know. It's always been a very...
So it's a friend of the alphabet mafia.
It's a friend of the alphabet mafia. And it's
Yeah.
always been a very pretty stone to me to carry around, even though it's been man-made. So I'm not sure
What has been
off the
man-made?
top of my head, like what actually... I actually am really curious. Give me 1 second. I actually need to see a picture.
Of an opal?
Opal.
This is how intense he gets
Stone.
with rocks.
Okay, opal. It does look... Okay. Ooh, bitch. See, how the fuck you gonna tell me? That shit is beautiful as hell. It's rainbow, it's shiny. Okay.
It looks like a rainbow scale from the Rainbow Fish
So
book.
it kind of looks like opalite a little bit, but honestly prettier. Oh my god.
He
I
found
fuck
his new
with some
favorite
opal.
thing.
I fuck with some opal. Okay.
I don't know. I feel like I wouldn't put it in a jewelry piece. It's not cute enough for that. It's not nice.
It doesn't look like a cloudy diamond.
No. Because why would you buy a cloudy diamond? Why would you buy any diamond?
For looks?
Diamonds are man-made.
Diamonds are a girl's best
mostly
friend.
these days. What? Diamonds are most diamonds these days are man-made.
Diamonds are a girl's best friend.
And I feel like, mind you, I don't have any statistics on this, but these are just my own. I just feel like majority of the non-man-made diamonds are not ethically sourced.
Mm.
And as I watch more videos of people talking about the diamond industry in general, I'm like, oh, it's a lot of blood and sweat and money that goes into these very colorless rocks. Mind you, my favorite stone is an emerald.
Is it the green color?
Definitely, I love green.
Okay, yeah, it's like a royal green.
Mm-hmm.
I would say that's what emerald is to me. And
It's also its own color.
It is
Emerald green.
It is.
Yeah.
Oh, it is. Yeah. Well, it's like it's a shade. It's like
It's a shade, yeah.
It's a subcategory
Is
of
that
that
shade?
green. Is it shade?
It's a shade.
Is that tea?
Ghosts.
Did you hear that? The wind. Fuck.
Yo, we got a fucking ghost. Like,
Bitch, I don't give a fuck. You remember that from Haunted House?
Yeah.
That was amazing. Okay.
so do you keep up with anyone from school?
Not really. Like, people come in and out.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I'll see people. Some people I talk to like once a year. Sometimes I talk to people like once every couple years.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not really keeping up with too many people. But it's nice to see, when people are doing really well that like you were connected with in elementary school or middle school, later on in life. What about you?
I agree. It's very interesting to see people from your early development years and seeing where they are now compared to where you are. And I'm not saying compare yourself to where they are in terms of like if someone's doing better than others. It's not like that. It's more of just seeing what different paths your lives took to be where you are in your life now compared to where they are in their life now at this moment in time when you're reconnecting. But also just seeing, what they've gotten up to. I still feel young at heart. I'm turning 28 this year. And I know I'm getting older, and I know I'm no longer a teenager anymore, obviously, or a young adult. I'm officially getting into adult age, if not already. And
We've been done in there.
What?
We've been done in there.
We've been done in there.
We've been up in this.
We've been up in this beach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The fuck. Benedict Crunk, eyebrows on fleek.
They stay.
On fleek, not Riz.
Not Riz.
Charisma. Because we say the full word.
Yes. I didn't know that was for charisma, though.
Charisma. Riz.
I really didn't know that.
Yep. Riz is short for charisma.
I just got context clues every time I saw it. I'm like, Riz, okay, this means like the shit.
It's like, oh yeah, he's got something.
Yeah. He got the it factor.
I don't know what it is, but you've got it.
Riz, is that a new Willy Wonka candy? Riz is
like,
wasn't that the candy on 13
Razzles.
30?
Razzles. Yes. Exactly. Razzles.
Yes, Razzles. That's Pop Rocks.
They're not
right?
good.
That's just Pop Rocks. Or is that real?
Pop Rocks are real.
No,
Razzles are real.
Okay.
But they're not good.
Are they not? But just Pop Rocks.
It's like a gum. It's like gum candy. It like tastes like gum at first, and then it turns into candy, and so you can swallow it.
It tastes like gum at first. You
Like
mean it has the texture of
It has
gum?
a texture of gum at first,
Okay.
and then it turns into a candy.
Okay.
And then
That's
it
weird.
dissipates. Yeah,
That's
it's
just weird.
it's a little,
It should be the other way around. I've seen gums that are the other way around, where they're individual, and as you put a lot in your mouth, and they get wet, and you chew them, they form into the gum mixture. But it's interesting now.
It goes like into the gum mixture and then like out.
Yeah.
Fades out.
I feel like someone has too much time on their hands to invent that.
A lot of these crazy candies. Like
they come out that factory.
Like what? Like
Willy Wonka.
Like Willy Wonka, just like
Willy his Wonka
tripping out of
tripping balls.
Them old tripping balls.
Tripping balls.
Them old tripping balls. Dippin' Dots.
The ice cream of the future.
The ice cream of the future.
Yes.
That's what tripping balls remind me.
I remember growing up, every time we went to King's Dominion, they had those Dippin' Dots stands.
Yes.
And I remember just begging my parents, "It's so hot. Can we get some Dippin' Dots?" Because it was fun to eat when you're a kid. I mean, I'm sure it is as an adult. I don't know. I haven't had it in years. But when you're a kid, you're like, "It's so cool. It's circuit. It's different, and it's ice cream, anyways." But they never said yes.
So do you ever have Dippin' Dots?
I mean, I've had them, and I had them when I was a kid too. But when I wanted them, we were at King's Dominion. It's like, no, they're $9 for a mini cup.
Yeah. Like, oh my God. Why? Why is that a thing?
Capitalism.
Why am I not allowed to bring my $3 drink that has a cap in with me in the backpack, and you're gonna charge me $14 for a motherfucking soda? What is that?
Yeah.
Why? I don't like it.
I would respect businesses so much more if they just straight up were honest and blunt about them trying to screw us over. Because again, you're telling me I'm in this bit. I have to pay a lot of money to get into your land. Then I have to pay to ride your rides. I have to pay to eat your food. I have to pay to drink your drinks, because it's the only thing available within your fenced-in area.
Yes.
And I can't leave and go get food and come back, because that's gonna take the rest of the day to do.
Yep.
So I have to eat the food. I have to eat there. But you're telling me I can't bring food in with me. I really did want those so bad. But, whatever. It is what it is. I don't resent my parents for it. Thank you.
My favorite ones were the rainbow ones.
Gay.
Because they were like they had like the cookies and cream one, but like that's like more of like a creamy dairy milk based one. And then the rainbow ones was more like just like sherbet or like Italian ice. It's very nice. Love me some Dippin' Dots.
I always wanted chocolate. I didn't like the rainbow ones because I knew it was different flavors and everything on it, and I was like, no, I don't feel like tasting orange.
Like fruit juice,
If I would just drink fruit juice.
Like frozen juices, like a Slurpee. No, not the same.
No, I didn't have my first Slurpee till I was like 12. Yeah, it's a lot of things I did not try until later in life.
Struggle is real.
Not really. I just had no desire. I was never in that. Or it was never the opportunity never presented itself. Or if it did, I just didn't take advantage of it. It was not something I wanted to do, like eat gas station hot dogs.
Really? You've never done that?
Nope. But I remember hanging out with you and friends in the past, and we stopped by 7-Eleven and like, oh, can I get a hot dog? I'm just like,
hot dogs in essence already are already gross.
Yeah.
So what's the problem?
They're delicious.
No, they're delicious. But
You
the way
said
that they
gross.
are prepared,
That's not what you said.
the way that they are, the way that they just exist is gross. It's all the gross parts of meat that nobody else wants shoved into a casing.
Yeah.
Okay? That's nasty as fuck. So
it's horse.
Whether I buy that at the grocery store or whether I buy that at 7-Eleven, same thing. Still gross.
Yeah, but it's also just the environment that it's being prepared in.
I guess.
Is what a thing too. Because with that logic that you just said, it's like, okay, well, if a hunter killed a if a hunter killed a cow with a shotgun, that's in the field. That's disgusting because of all the contaminants and da 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 da. Like, okay, well, that meat is still cured, processed, brought all the way out to us, and then prepared in fire and smoked and everything, and we still eat it and it's delicious and it's not bad for you necessarily. It's that type of thing. It's like, okay, so it's not always just depending on what it is and what it's made of. It's also how it's prepared.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Think of Wendy's. They don't flash freeze their meat.
Oh.
Which I still don't know what that means.
Their fries are not as good as people like to make them sound.
Who says they're good?
Oh, I don't know. People that I've talked to
People with no taste buds, apparently.
say that they prefer Wendy's fries over McDonald's fries, and even though McDonald's is nasty,
Yeah,
I think that McDonald's has better fries than Wendy's.
they do. It's because they're salty.
Yes, crispy.
Let's just be they're crispy, but boardwalk fries.
Oh yes.
Oh my god! And then some malt vinegar on these boardwalk fries.
Boardwalk fries.
But you know what? Also, is amazing about boardwalks.
What?
They are near the sea that have fish because of Pisces.
I know. I was literally thinking the same thing. It was like, wait, and then the beach, and then the ocean, and then the water, and then the Pisces. So, Pisces. Do y'all like boardwalk fries?
Please let us know.
Do y'all like Dippin' Dots? Do y'all like what's it called?
Ribs.
Water ice.
Oh.
There's like a water ice thing. Ribs, yes. Ribs is another thing.
I don't like ribs.
At the beach. You don't like ribs?
I don't like ribs. Another thing, I didn't eat till I was 15. And even then, I only took a few bites of one, and then I was like, I'm done. Yeah.
Is it the texture, or is it just the fact that you're eating off of the ribs?
No.
Or both?
No.
What is it?
It's definitely the texture and the taste and maybe the savoriness of it. I'm not a savory person.
Really?
No. So yesterday, Zach lovingly made chicken biscuits.
Mm-hmm.
It's like actual biscuits, and then he put some chicken in between, and it was delicious, and I love it. But I was like, for breakfast?
Like Chick-fil-A?
Yeah, like Chick-fil-A sandwiches, basically. But I was like, for breakfast? He's like, yeah. He's like, I'm Filipino. We savory for breakfast is not a thing. Is not a thing. We do it all the time.
It should be.
And I'm like, he goes, we don't do sweet like that. I'm like, I'm not saying sweet. I had Greek yogurt with some blueberries.
That's sweet.
It's not that sweet. So I know a lot of people don't really care for Pisces because they either think they're over emotional, they're fake because they're just relating to whoever's around them in the moment, or just because they're just really hard to connect with because of the fact they don't seem to really be their own thing, be their own person. They just kind of imitate what's around them and who's around them. But honestly, guys, at the end of the day, there's still people who are here experiencing life.
Exactly.
You just got to learn how to live with people in all different ways. And if you don't necessarily vibe with someone who does that, then that's okay. You don't have to vibe with them. That's just life. You can move on. The world's big enough. Let's just, the issue is overpopulation, but we're not going to get into that right now.
Depends on who you ask. For real. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, there's something to learn about all different signs, and we do get a little sidetracked on these podcasts, and that's literally the whole point. We're literally just flowing, just having a conversation, just
like
chilling,
water,
flowing like water, like a Pisces and fish, and our shit's going through our gills and stuff. But just educate yourself a little
I love
bit.
how I said all of that about. Sorry, I noticed I just said all of that about Pisces, and then I'm like, well, I'm a Pisces moon, so that means emotionally, I don't. People don't know what the fuck I'm feeling.
Yeah, I don't know. Would you say that
I'm emotionally erratic?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And being a Gemini sun doesn't help either because I'm flipping from one thing to another, and it gives people whiplash, and it sucks for me because because then I start to internalize it, and I'm like, well, am I really feeling what I'm feeling, or am I just temporarily feeling this? Move on. And it's like, what am I truly feeling in the moment? If it's so easily influenced, it's just weird. And then it's like, am I tiring to other people or people who are trying to be emotionally there for me? Is it tiring to them to have to try to switch up to keep up with me? And that's why I feel bad for the most part when it comes to people trying to relate to me emotionally. And I'm just like, I don't know how to fix that. And it's not something to fix or say. It's just my cross to bear.
Right.
And I just need to try to do my best to understand myself. And that's why understanding yourself and learning how to help yourself is just as important as finding others to help you.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Well, thank you guys for listening. We really appreciate you being here for our first YouTube video.
Yes.
We had recorded it once before. Shit didn't go through. It's okay. But
we live and we learn.
We live and we learn.
Yeah.
Working out the bumps. Any comments, questions,
suggestions,
feedback that you guys
Yeah.
have for us would be great.
Yeah.
The only person giving me feedback right now is my mom.
Who's amazing.
Who's amazing.
Love
I love
her.
her. Thank you.
Jinx.
But just give us, anything that you think that you want to see or that would make this experience a little more enjoyable for everyone.
Yes. And our setup is going to change every now and then too. We won't always be in these seats.
Yes.
Sometimes we'll be out in nature. Sometimes maybe we'll be over at my place. Sometimes we may be in someone's place in DC. Sometimes we may be in a bathhouse.
No.
No.
Not in the slightest.
No.
That will not be happening.
No, I'm sorry.
No. But different locations, yes.
Yeah.
So, we love you guys. Thank you guys for watching, and
Stay
take care
well,
of yourself.
stay hydrated. And we said we were going to close out every episode with
You have
good
been-
advice and positive vibes.
Yeah, and I feel like that's what we've done.
Good. What's the good advice?
Um,
Since you know every fucking
okay,
thing.
okay.
And you have
yeah,
your degree.
okay. So yeah, like you said, water. And then put yourself in someone else's shoes. Don't.
Literally, go to your parents' house right now if they are alive. Put on their shoes, both or
If
all three
you
parents,
are
however many parents you
a
have.
homosexual, and you have a parent that has some high heels, go put them on. Go wear them bitches. Strut your stuff. Pump your heels. Make it work, queen, because you deserve it. Anyways, we love you guys.
We love you.
And you have been royally bitten. Bye.
Bye. Yeah.